Doggy, episode 174, evening hour live. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh diggity doggity. Party time. Come on in. Cheers. What? There we go. Are you kidding me? Ah, come on in. I don't know if I'd call it a museum, but there's a lot of crap here. Come on in, come on in. Good show tonight. Let's go. I got a good one. I'm in a good mood. I just had band practice, so I'm a little jacked. I have been obsessed with this onesie since the day it arrived. We'll talk about that today. Come on in! I'm getting situated here. I'm gonna turn the music down. My voice is a little tired. I just sang for a few hours. I will talk about onesies today. We're going to talk a little bit about Mickey D's in the house. We're going to talk about... what else? A little Halloween, right? And then we have a subject, a big one. But before I begin, I'm Cardone. I know a lot of people in here. There's a bunch of people in here I don't know. Say hello. It's a live show. If you're watching live, say hi. Introduce yourself. Tell us how you might know me. If you don't know me, you can say that too. We have a good group, smart group, inquisitive group. Join in the chat. That's why I do these. What else? This is live. There is also, if you would like to donate to the cause, there is a link below. It also has the rules for the chat games, all below. I have unofficial sponsors. I put their links below. They're just people that send me free crap to give away sometimes, and I like them. What up, Bill Yon? Long time, buddy. How are you? Happy fall. What else? Come on in. We got a big group in here already. Charlemagne's in the house. Bill, Rick, Eric, Bruja, Angela, Larry, Paul. Who else? Ryan. My mama. Cheers, mama. Michael Pike. Who else? Let me scroll here. My goodness. Tony D, Bruja, Angela. Come on in. Come on in. Keep them coming. I've been getting good numbers. Every now and then I figured out if I write the wrong thing in the description, I get no viewers. The robots are terrible. We are now adjusting our speech because certain words trigger it getting shut off. Like, you can't say the S word anymore. You can't even discuss things around the S word. S word meaning when you don't like things and you take yourself out, right? Which I think is a subject we should be allowed to discuss without getting flagged. It's ridiculous. Yeah. There's certain subjects of history, if you discuss them, you get flagged. Yeah, it's getting bad. So, on that note, I'm constantly fighting algorithms. If you're watching the show and you're having a good time, the least you can do is hit the like, subscribe, notify, all that crap. So please do. It really does help a little bit. They keep moving the bar around on monetization and stuff. It's terrible. So on that note, yeah, what else is going on, folks? Come on in, come on in. Let's see here. What's this say? Today is good evening, Mr. Charlemagne. Black Cat Day. Is it Black Cat Day? I think I saw two outside. Ah, yes, Ryan. Ryan just said, when you decide to move to another platform, let us know. Yes. Yes, I know, Bill. It's on the verboten list. It sucks, but I am an advocate of it as not a bad. I'm one of the weirdos that thinks there's a good side to it. But anyway, I digress. Yes, another platform. Right now, there's Rumble and Twitter. And I should probably start something just so it's there in case I gotta go from here. Because this here has gotten to be so corporate, it's insane. It's insane. It's not YouTube anymore. It's corporate tube. So, welcome. Come on in. It's live. Now we got a good group. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. So anybody notice? Oh, what am I drinking? People always ask me if I don't show in the show. I'm drinking sangria soda. This is wine soda. This is probably hard to find for a lot of people. It's soda that tastes like wine. It's delicious. Cheers. They sell it in my grocery store. If you live in a Spanish-speaking area, you'll find it. Twitch might be an option. Paul, yes. Maybe. Jason, howdy. Yeah, that might be an option too. I'll ask my peeps. I should probably get it rolling. You never know. You might have to switch quick. Took me a long time to get to this far. Seriously. I mean, really, it's a joke of how much effort they, yeah. No need to complain. So, anybody notice the Home Depot Halloween movement of 14-foot skeletons in everyone's yards? Do you have this where you live? If you're not from America, you won't know this, but our Halloween has gotten to be so crazy that people decorate their houses as if it's a Christmas holiday, right? It's kind of cool. The only thing is... thank you, Diogo. I've been wearing these not as a Halloween costume, but as just clothing. Thank you. I'm enjoying wearing this. I think I'm going to wear it every day until Christmas. I'm not kidding. I've already apologized to my adult children. Mr. Sips! Yeah, you're in here live. Yeah, let's party. A lot of Halloween decor. My only complaint is everybody's houses are looking the same. They're the same. Everybody's got the same decorations. I cracked and bought one. I didn't put it out in front. I'm going to keep it up year-round. I have a 7-foot Universal Frankenstein in my other room. I was going to put it in here tonight, but you wouldn't even be able to see it. It really is 7 feet tall. It's very inexpensive. It's less than $200. It is glorious. Glorious. It's worth $200. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's an animatronic. It moves. It's motion activated. I love it. I'm probably going to decorate it for Christmas. It's a 7-foot Universal Frankenstein. I am a sucker for the classic monsters. That got me. Yeah, they figured out a way to make the bodies cost nothing. It's just pipe and a crappy costume. The head and the neck and the eyes and it's good. So I give it a high recommendation. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see a video of me posting with my new friend, Frankenstein. We'll talk about my new McDonald's toys too. Every October, I end up buying 1 or 2 toys. I don't want to. I tell myself not to. But I do. And I got my dream toys the other day. Michael. Yeah, it's funny. I love Halloween so much, I stopped celebrating it as a holiday. I just celebrate it every day. I really am not kidding. I decided that pretty young. Yeah, you know, I get to do it. Because Halloween in the last few years has been on an off night, nobody can afford to hire me. I'm not kidding. The venues that want to hire me, like I make a living doing private events. That's how I'm able to pay my bills. Public venues don't pay a lot. Like if a bar wants to hire a magician, they're not paying private rate. They can't. They're not paying thousands of dollars. They're going to pay a couple $100. So all of these Wednesday and Thursday Halloweens, the only gig offers I'm getting are like venues, not. So I've had a few offers and I couldn't get my number up. So as of now, I'm going to be doing trick-or-treating. Why do I love Halloween? It's the only holiday that celebrates darkness. That's it. It's the only one. It's the Memento Mori holiday. It's the most Dionysian holiday there is. I mean, really. It's harvest. It's getting ready for the death of winter. It's the celebration and acknowledgement of death, which doesn't happen too often. So, that's why. It's the cheapest fun holiday ever. Yeah, it's true. It's a DIY holiday. It's make your own fun. Yeah, so here, look, check it out. So, folks, this little house and this Ronald I have had since I was 5 years old. I got it for Christmas in 1977. I was 4.5 years old. I still remember getting it. And I remember on the back of the package, there were pictures of these other figures. Oh, this guy just fell. Oof, he had too much to drink. The thing about these toys that's crazy, here, I'm going to switch cameras, is their feature, I mean, their arms and legs move, but they have on the back, and I'll show you, you're going to love this. It's so weird. All of these dolls, God damn it, it's hard to see. They have a joystick on their back. See that little nubby? And that little joystick enables you to puppet their head. They look up and down. Look at this. They're very weird toys. I have one of these figures my whole life. I found for an insanely cheap price on eBay a full set. They have almost every accoutrement. All their clothing are complete. I wanted so bad when I was little the Grimace and the Hamburglar. This is what the original Hamburglar's face looked like. He wasn't cute. He was kind of scary. And I got him. And I will... These are now some of my favorite toys that I own. They will get taken care of. And Grimace doesn't do anything. He's just that. He's adorable. Yeah, he's kind of big. So I wanted to share. I do collect toys. I do collect monster toys. I am a McDonald's aficionado. And, Mary, Bill with the joke. Mayor Marion Barry McCheese. That's a reference to the crack-smoking D.C. mayor. Thank you, Jason. Mayor McCheese, Captain Crook, Officer Big Mac, the Professor. These were characters. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. These were characters in TV commercials in the early 70s, and they stopped running the commercials because, you might not know this, Sid and Marty Krofft sued McDonald's Corp for stealing their ideas from HR Puffin stuff. Some really neat stuff. Yeah, the Hamburglers, great. I mean, they really are great little dolls. You can find them on eBay. They're in mint in package. They're about 100 and 150 each. If you want one mint in package. You can get them used from $20 to $100, depending on their condition. Now I own 2 Ronalds. One is in good shape, one's not. I was asked, before we get into the subject, and we have a dark subject tonight. I'm going to get a little dark. And I mean actual dark. Have you ever noticed the people that like occult and Halloween actually aren't very dark? They're not. I am. I am, actually. Yes, well, they got the idea, Angela, from Puffin Stuff. I mean, they really did. The Moon character? I don't remember that. I gotta look him up. What year was that? No Fry Guys, Angela, no. Oh, you guys were born in 77. I mean, I was little. I was very young, but I... You are too. What does that mean? Huh. Anywho, if you follow me on Instagram, and I highly recommend you do because I supplement these shows on Instagram. I also post when I do public shows. Live and internet live. And I do magic tricks infrequently. I don't want to overdo it. I think magic is better live. But I do pepper it with some stuff. Oh, how do I define a cult? That's a serious one. My definition of a cult is the hidden and unknown knowledge of how things work. That's my definition. It's hidden and unknown. It's a mystery, but it's knowledge of how things operate. It's a map of operation. That's my definition. I thought... Mac the Knife. I have to look that one up. I don't know that as much. I know more early McDonald history. Like the original Ronald, you got to look him up. I did a show on it. One of my episodes is on McDonald's. I did a whole episode. I wish they made a Ronald version of this. That would be the one I would buy. I'd buy it in 2 seconds. I would love a Ronald McDonald onesie. You know what? Can someone look that up? Have they ever made one? My God, I'll order it right now. I actually just ordered another one of these. They're only $30 on Amazon. Yeah. So, I did a trick last night on my internet show, on my Instagrams. The one where you fill your hand with gas. It looks great in slow motion. It's a little too bright in here, but you've seen it. It's an 8th grade stunt. You know, it's the kind of thing you'd see in 8th grade. But kids, don't try this at home. You'll blow your head off. You need a lighter and a bare hand. You squirt the gas into your hand. And then you spark the flame and the gas erupts. You can burn yourself. Oh, what's this? It's called What Happened to the Hamburglar. Oh, I gotta look that up. Yeah, so this is a cool trick, right? Well, you can light a cigarette in your bare hand, and I got some messages. People thought it was a magic trick and not real. They thought the cigarette was lit, and I had a spark device. So I was going to show you, I was going to teach how to do it tonight. First, you got to get the cigarette. This is not tobacco, by the way, but whatever you're smoking, right? It's got to be ready. Now, the reason why this is dangerous is you're lighting your flaming hand on fire and then putting your face near it. But the amount of gas is small, so... But again, don't try this at home. Leave it to the idiots to do. So you get ready, and when you light it, as soon as you see the flame inside, it's usually blue, not red, you got to put the end... You got to put the light. You got to put the end in and then take a hit. The thing is, the reason why it's terrible is you have to leave the fire part in your hand a lot longer than you normally would, so you can burn yourself, and I have many times. So here's what it looks like. Okay, here we go. And that's it. I don't know if you saw that. It gets like, you only have a second. Last night I cooked myself. Okay. So that's that trick. You can do it on your... I remember doing it on my knee when I was a kid. And the fuzz on my pants caught on fire. I don't recommend lighting yourself on fire. Do we have any fire performers out there? Drum roll, I love it. Do we have any fire thank you, Angela. I do not do a fire eating act where you eat it. I learned how to do it in case I had to, but I don't do it. It's not my jam. However, fire breathing, I do get hired to do. It's in my repertoire of performance skills, and I do it occasionally. I had a job pre-COVID when I was working in the Russian nightclubs where in the show I did it as part of the sequence of the show. Actually, Serena, I don't know if Serena's watching. If you're watching, she would do the fire eating, and then she doesn't do the breathing. She would give me the torch and I would do the breathing part. Fire eating is bad for you, but fire breathing is also bad for you, but they're actually a little different. Both of the... So Everclear, the reason why it's bad is that it's a combustible. Lamp oil is not a combustible. Meaning if you spill lamp oil and drop a match, it's not going to blow up. But if you spill Everclear and drop a match, it's going to erupt in flame. Lamp oil has to be atomized, hence the technique of blowing. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Here we go. Have you ever... Oh, here we go. I love it. Now we're getting on it. This is why I like my group. You guys trigger me to... This is fun. Yeah, so don't do... The Everclear is actually the way people... You'll see when you watch on YouTube, fire breathing gone wrong, it's usually people using alcohol, like Everclear or Bacardi. Paul says, have you ever lit a fart? Only for comical reasons, of course. The answer is absolutely yes, hundreds of times. It's the Blue Flame Society. Because usually it's a blue flame. I stopped doing it because I had some close calls. But yes, I have. It's quite fun. Again, I don't recommend it, but yes. I have. It's methane. Yeah. Michael. Ooh. Cornstarch. Oh, you did that one? Yeah, no. The best one is, I mean, I think lamp oil. But again, you got to be careful. You need a wet rag. I mean, there's a whole technique. So, again, I don't recommend. You coated your hand in oh, you squirted lighter fluid? Okay, you did that trick. In high school, Bill, I did it to my feet. I remember squirting lighter fluid on my feet and then lighting them and running. And I had jumped in a puddle to put them out, water. Yeah, your hand? Yikes. Yeah, because your first reaction is, ha, and that just makes it worse. We are still cavemen and are obsessed with fire. What the hell is it? Seriously, look at that. Can you believe? Oh, here, I'll light it again with my hand. I'll do that exclusively tonight so you can watch. And I hope the people that messaged me, I hope you watch this and you'll learn. It's not that hard. The lighter and the hand trick, not that hard. Let's get into the meat of the subject tonight. As you know, I don't really do politics, or I try to stick to I try to stick to core values, not the sprinklings around them. And so tonight, there is a political element to the subject, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm just trying to focus on the human core values. And we can go in many directions with this subject. I'm not taking it in any direction. It's something I noticed, and it's something fascinating. It's something very dark, and it kind of blows my mind. Wow, we got a good group. If you're in here and you're new, say hi, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know what to do. Tonight, the subject I picked was WW3 Death Robot TV. Let's think. Hold on, let me move the camera up. Let me turn the music down. Hi. And let me have a sip. How is everybody? Are we feeling good? I'm actually incredibly hungry, and I am dreaming about the food I'm going to make when I'm done. I believe I'm going to make sardines. It's my favorite treat. So tonight's subject, WW3 Death Robot TV. I was inspired to do this episode because of videos I saw on Twitter. Now, for those of you that don't know, Twitter is very different than it used to be before Elon got it. And we're not here to hate on Elon. I don't care what people think of him. But Twitter, I actually really like right now because it's pretty wild. It's pretty free. It reminds me of how the internet was before everybody privatized it and put their hands all over it. It's got stuff that's definitely would be deemed inappropriate, wild, over the top, edged out, violent, disturbing, overly sexual. I mean, it's everything. It's the gambit. It's the jungle. It's happy, sad, the whole thing. And nowhere else is like that. And the story of how it got to be that I could fathom, the simplest one, tell me where I'm wrong here. When Elon bought Twitter, he posted the emails back and forth between Twitter and the feds. The feds, and this is before he showed up. The feds, in a nutshell, said to Twitter, hey, we need you to remove some posts. Twitter said, no, we're busy. What are you talking about? The feds said, no, we really need you. Twitter's like, bro, we can't do that. That's a lot of money. What do you need? You know, that's time and money. We don't have time for that. Plus, go away. The feds were like, please, how much will it cost? Twitter went, please, go away. Wait, what'd you say? And the feds went, yeah, how much you need? And Twitter went, hold on, we'll get back to you. And that's the end. And that's why privatized companies, all of them, Twitter, Facebook, blah, 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 All of them were just getting paid to take things off. Wow, are you kidding me? Angela just said Musk bought Twitter 2 years ago today. Well, I wish he would buy YouTube. Everybody can hate him as much as they want, but he really is opened the door. And you can say he opened the door for misinformation. Yeah, he did. Good. I want more. Please give me more. I'll take it. I'm smart enough to try to do my own research. And as for the dummies go, I'm sorry. Well, that's it. It's the law of the jungle for a reason. A, it's a natural law that you can't get rid of. And B, it's a jungle. It's got nice, fluffy, juicy fruits, flowers, water, plenty of food, but it's dangerous. And things will eat you. So, exactly. I don't care what people think about, Twitter. I know people hate it. Whatever. I like it. I think it's wonderful. And I want more of that. And so, that said, I watched a video of something going on in Ukraine. There's a lot. I haven't watched the Palestine footage because I'm sure it's on there. I mean, it's all on there. But for some reason, my algorithm recently shows me a lot of the Ukraine stuff. And the reason why there's a lot of footage is because it's a drone war. It's a trench warfare drone war. And I have been able to watch crystal clear videos that are so shocking. Somebody edited a video of, I think it's mostly all Russians in Ukraine killing themselves. I have to be careful how I say that because I'll get flagged. They are doing themselves into some sort of oblivion. And it's a video compilation of lots of them in a row. And most of them are messed up, like they just got blown up by something and they're just trying to end their own lives because they're in pain. It is so disturbing. I don't recommend you see it unless you have the stomach for it. But it's one of those things I think is important for people to know how bad it can get. And it made me really pause and kind of try to go inside a mentality of how it got there, what they're thinking, how the Ukrainians are thinking, what the Russian guy who's dying is thinking. Because I have a lot of Russian friends. I have a lot of Ukrainian friends. I'm in New York City. I'm friends with everybody. I have a lot of Russian people that I've worked for, nightclubs, friends, really close friends. And to see this is really a nightmare it's really wild. It's like, when they're in the middle of that, do the people really think they're dying for a good cause? Like, wow, I'm here, I'm going to blow my head off, and this is, I'm taking one for the team. Really? Now, if you pause and you try to get, quote, empathetically into their skin, I would assume it is hey, we deserve not to be surrounded by NATO, right? Like, NATO's made us the, quote, bad ones, and therefore they won't let us expand, and they will expand. And if we expand, they really expand, right? That's what it looks like. It's a war of who's flexing the muscle. And so Russia wanted to flex their muscle just like we did in Iraq, and the response was big. So I'm watching these videos, and so the suicide... I almost said it. I want to come up with a really good word. The seaweed... the seaweed Sido. Right. Well, that's what I was going to get into, is this whole, it's almost like we need to flex that bloody muscle once in a while as a reminder of how things actually are. I mean, really, it's a oh wait, hold on, what's this? ethnic Russians are being persecuted in... Okay, but over here, you know, we have ethnic this group and ethnic that group, and so for us, they all look the same. I mean, it's like ethnic one group wears a purple hat and ethnic B group. I can't tell ethnically the difference between the Russians and the Ukrainians and the history of it. It's very complicated. From afar, everybody looks like brothers and sisters. And I know they don't frame it that way, but from my end, it looks like... It's like if New York started fighting New Jersey, you know? It's silly. So, the other videos that are making me sweat and panic, the other ones, the people that are taking care of their own lives and shutting them off, those videos have a certain sense of a weird tranquility. There's a form of nihilism that's dark to me, and there's a form of nihilism that's kind of positive, where you go, hey, there isn't much, but I'm going to do my darndest to make something work. In those situations, in that low of a position, someone having to make a decision because of a painful situation, I can't even imagine. The videos that I think the news should be showing, which they won't, because they really don't want people to know the actual details, but the videos that are blowing my mind are the videos of people running from robots chasing them. And I really mean it. It's like a movie. It's like a mixture of Runaway with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons and a mixture of RoboCop. It's terrifying. You cannot escape. On a motorcycle, running, in a window, they'll come through the window. These things are flying rodents with bombs, with dropping bombs, I mean, really, it's like hard to believe. If you're trying to hide, they're going to be dropping bombs. Uh-oh. Did I say something? Wow. So Streamlabs noticed I said something. Huh. Interesting. Wait, what's this? What type of comments were those extreme posts received? Oh, great comment. What kind of comments, right? Because that's what you get on Twitter is the comments. You know how it is. It'll be like people will post porn under that kind of stuff for no reason. There's a lot of dirty orcs deserve it. You know, that kind of talk. Go away. I mean, if you think about it, if somebody invaded my home, I would have no problem doing terrible things to that person. So, you know, it's all... that's funny. It's no more terrifying than the atomic bomb. I don't know about that. Well, the atomic bomb doesn't have AI built into it yet. Imagine the atomic bomb that's this big with a motor flying it around with your DNA programmed in the motor. That's what we're dealing with. I saw one of a guy trying to evade a drone, and he's running around a car, and this thing's flying around, and it finally blows him up. And it's really nasty. I mean, really nasty. They have ones that are four-legged with guns. They have flying ones that have charges. They have really little ones that have a single blow-up charge, like a bullet. So, we're in trouble, folks. If they want to get you now, there is no hiding. I hope kids are figuring out how to take out flying robotos. We're going to have to change the words. We're going to have to learn how to invent new words for things. Every time we mention them, they have to be a new word. So every time I want to talk about getting rid of your skin, taking care of yourself, you have to like keep changing it because the algorithm will know what you're saying. It'll start to pick up on it. It already does do that. One time, 6 years ago, I was on Airbnb trying to message somebody. And I put in my phone number and it wouldn't let me. Like I'm typing and it won't let me. So I started spelling it. Nineone. Oh, it wouldn't let me. It knew I was trying to evade. And when it happened 6-7 years ago, I thought, oh my God, this is what it's going to be like in the future. It's going to know when you're writing or saying something, and it'll edit it. It'll change it. It's already happening. Get ready. That's why when I hear people saying, we got to deal with the misinformation. You really think that's going to be the problem? When the robots will not only be able to hear what you're saying, know what you're saying, guess what you're going to say, it'll be able to erase you or edit you as it seems fit for that moment. And then do a quick Google search and find any time you'd said it anywhere else and start really going after you. Then it'll take away your social credits and then you won't be able to get a job. That's why I think it's funny that they dangle these subjects on the news for suckers to suck up. I mean, they're going to fix misinformation, disinformation, misinformation. And where I'm coming from, everything's misinformation. Your mind is misinformation. Your thoughts are misinformation. They have to be. Right? Sign language? Well, it'll be able to read it. That's even easier, maybe. I mean, really, it's not good. Well, it's no, Ryan, there's something in there. We don't have to not speak. We just have to figure out how to turn off the robots around us. And you don't have to have any of these devices. I know people that have gotten rid of all of their devices. Well, that's not going to be enough. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Because, I mean, with, quote, I call it robotic remote viewing, they can now see things without cameras. So, it doesn't matter. Silent. Yeah. Remain silent and take actions. What's Faraday cage? Ooh, what is that? Tell me what that is. Art. Yeah, art. That's what I focus on. I had a professor at law school that specializes in technology and war. And he is all in favor of this stuff. All in favor of it as in he likes it better because it's less collateral damage. Meaning, I mean, there's a Star Trek episode where two countries are at war. They play a game. When one person scores points on the other, instead of blowing each other up, they go commit self-sacrifices. And then if they lose, they have to go do it too. And the Star Trek guy's like, what are you doing? Just stop playing the game and it's all over. And it doesn't work that way. Interesting. I see. Well, okay. But, okay, let's actually, that's a really good subject. Is robot warfare less collateral damage? Well, right now the robots are killing humans over in the East, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the death numbers are high. I guess the buildings aren't blowing up as much, right? But then, well, of course he's a Jesuit Catholic priest. Catholic priests have to juggle some real things. They have to accept some really heavy stuff to sign up for that. They have to ignore a few things. Wow. So, what does this all mean? I mean, again, everything expands. It doesn't matter if we like it or not, or we should stop this, or we should stop that. People have to stop thinking like that because it doesn't mean anything. You have to stop. This is why I get mad when I see people posting about politics so much, is because they're taking the bait of the emotional dangle, the immediacy of feeling like a politician stealing something from them, right? And if you pull back the camera a little bit, it seems like we need to look at how things are, and it's not about they should be this way or they should be that way. You just look at how they are and now expand everything, because that's what's going to happen. And this is why it's kind of easy to predict where things are going to go, because they will go that way. If you can dream it, it's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? And so from what I see, my 51 years of observations, everything must expand. That's it. Everything. Because if it's not expanding, it's contracting. That's it. There's no such thing as stasis. And if you want to fix things, it's almost in your benefit to, instead of thinking I need to fix this, this has to be fixed, it's more like, how do I expand so that it goes my way? What needs to expand? Like if you want the war to stop, well, what needs to expand for that to stop? Those drone killings and stuff. And unfortunately, interesting. Most people want to show what suits them and make you not like what suits them. I see. Well, people just do what they want, always. This is why I, as a little kid, I had problems with my Catholic upbringing, because I just saw people picking and choosing what they wanted from the Catholic religion and ignoring everything else. And I saw the priests doing it. They would be like, well, that's a miracle, but that's probably not. They would pick and choose the miracles to believe. They would pick and choose the atrocities to ignore. They would not focus on the fact that it says in the Bible that not only did Jesus resurrect, but a lot of people did that day. Huh? You know what I mean? Like, they pick and choose how they want. And that's just the way it is. Everybody's biased. When I hear people say, get rid of religion in politics, well, how would you do that? How? It's impossible. It will always be there. If that guy's religious, it's going to be that. If he's an atheist, that's going to get involved too. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's going to be there. How do you remove that? You can, however, say to yourself, I have this value that I can't remove. He has an opposite value. What kind of happy medium can we agree upon? It might mean I got to let him do things I don't like. A lot of things happen I don't like, and I don't say anything. So, you see what I'm saying? That's how I see things. That's just me. Well, all people have to pick and choose. They have to. You can't live by all the rules. It's not even possible. And your head would explode, you know? Like, you do have to pick and choose which things to believe. It doesn't even work unless you do it that way. There's a guy that made a video where he's like, I'm going to follow all the rules in the Bible and see if I can. Because well, for a Jewish guy, how many laws are there? It's like 842. It's something crazy. 741. And the Goyim only need to worry about 10 of the commandments. But the Jews are supposed to follow, come on, Jewish people in the house, you probably don't even know this one. The Hasidic guys know the actual number because they follow all the rules. I think it's like in the 700s, how many laws they have. When I mean laws, I mean you can't wear cotton with wool, you can't drink milk with this, you can't, all the, you know. Knowledge needs to, Well, where does it all go? What do we do? How do we handle it? How do we sit back and watch? You know, I've been a big fan of the George Carlin version of politics, which is there's a big club. We're not in it. None of us are. Even the rich people watching. You're not in it either. And we have front row seats to the end of the world. Life's short. If you really want to be a martyr for the cause, please do. I hope you're having fun. But do it over there. If you're not being a martyr for the cause, calm down and have some fun. No. Oh, what does that say? The hole in the sheet. 613 and Ruth pulls it out. There it is. I knew it was a weird number. Okay, 613. Okay, cool. I want to memorize that. Let me see. How can I memorize that? 616. 616 is the same as 666 in Revelation. So 613. Okay. No hole. That's it. Okay, cool. Now I know. The hole in the sheet thing I heard is partially true. I think there is at one time it might have, some rabbi came up with it. Because if you watch the Hasidim, and it's funny, I do a lot of shows for these guys. Each group has different rules they follow. Some wear Edwardian white socks. Some don't. It depends the rabbis. They get to pick the fashion. Some wear this type of hat because of the region they're from in Europe, right? They have lots of little details. Wow. What do we do? What do we do? Do we sit back? Do we fight back? To me, it all has to do with if you're having fun or not. If you're enjoying it, and if you're enjoying the pushback, push back. Have fun. Get political. Go wild. Scream and yell. Make posts. But please be having fun. Please. If you're not having fun, please stop. Please stop. I figured out how to kind of live that I don't get anxiety from the global stuff. I've met and encountered many people that do. They have a hole in the sheet because they're not supposed to be enjoying sex. It's for pure procreation, is what I was told. That was the concept. It's like a very robot version. I agree, Jason. Ruth. Hey, I think it was Ruth's birthday the other day. Not to call you out, so happy birthday. Actually, I raise a glass. Cheers. Glad we got to party last month. Was that a month ago already? Good Lord. Unless she's unclean. Right. Right. If a woman's having their monthly party, the men aren't even allowed to be near them or touch them. Right? You can't even sit where they've been sitting. Right? It's very serious. Wild. Yeah. Some of this stuff's pretty wild. We have so many different values in this world that are really actually different. And we can't wrap our heads around them. You can't. If you're from somewhere where the weather's different, the food is different, the mythology is a little different, you're going to get different values. And some of them, sorry, my nose is itchy and I'm doing the rub. I just think, I really think people need to take a nice deep breath in. Look, let's do it now. Focus on today. Worry a little about tomorrow. But I think, and this is where I'm going to tell you where I have to be careful. Me personally. And I'm being very honest. And this is coming from the wizard point of view, and this is part of my book. It's part of my wizard book, the second one I'm working on, because in the curse book it's in there, but I don't detail this. You know how they portray wizards and warlocks and magicians and occultists losing their minds, right? In a lab, losing their minds. There's a reason. The reason why is the occultist, back to that definition of occult, Charlemagne, Thank you, Ryan. Ryan's leading us in a breathing exercise. Cheers. Who's pushing the agenda? Ooh, I like this. There's an answer. Just think will to power. Who makes the most money? Who gets the most power out of it? There's the answer. I'm getting ready to reveal my big secret. The reason why occultists lose their minds, it's gargameling, as I call it, is because they realize that with the right amount of effort and work, they can control the future. I don't want to use the word control. That's the wrong word. I don't want to use the word influence or control. I'm trying to come up with a better. This is why writing a book is hard. I'm trying to define a better way to describe it right now. It enables you, with the amount of effort and work, to glimpse into the future and to position yourself correctly for will to power purposes. That said, you have to be willing, after you discover this is a discovery. Once you discover that you A, have that ability, or B, have the ability and the vision and the knowledge to know how much effort it's going to take, and the knowledge of the steps to actually do it, it's a lot of work and effort. And so the crazy, the wild, the I'm going to lose my mind, is the wizard not willing to, like, chill out. And he's trying to be a control freak. And he's trying to see ahead of everything using the wizard trick, the occult. And it does cause who benefits. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, right. I mean, if we want to go right now to who's causing these big agenda moves, the global leaders do have big meetings where they sit down and plan the future. They do. You don't see them on the news. That Bilderberg meeting is real. They really do sit down and look at the world economics. You're telling me they don't do that with population control and wars and famines and diseases? Notice no one's going after the origin of COVID anymore. You would think that a global pandemic, and I mean global, right? You would think the next phase that every newspaper would be running for all time is, let's get to the bottom of this so it doesn't happen again. I haven't heard it. It's all about take the drug, new drug, new drug, new drug, vaccine, vaccine, more pills, more pills. Not who did this? It's man-made. What are you talking about? I mean, my God, it's a man-made, right? You'd think that would be the primary issue, right? No, of course not. When you have the Bill Gates and the big ones and the big ones and the things and the thing and the pharmaceutical and all in there making billions, I think some of these people, they do come up with some, you know, they do shape things. They do. They really do. Again, why would they not? Would you not if you had that power? You just sit back and let things just go however they wanted. It's the same thing as the wizard. They are like, look, we got the resources. We can kind of make things go however the hell we want. If we want people to be calmer and teaching them, instead of teaching them communism's good, we'll do it a different way. We'll make it fun. We'll make it a game that you play online. And that'll make them into that. You see what I'm saying? They figured out other ways to get you on that page. They made it fun to be spied on. They made you forget what privacy is. When people do the whole, you know, they're all spying on you. Or, like when I do gigs, people joke that they don't have cash anymore. Who carries cash? Who has a quarter in their pocket? Well, they don't realize that the problem with that is buying anonymity. Not that the government is going to tax you. It's more about anonymity of what you just bought and what you're consuming. You see? So, yeah. At the end of the day, what was that Timothy Leary saying? Was it tune in? No, tune out, tune in. What was his? Whatever it is, tune out. As soon as you stop watching certain types of media, you, and pop culture, certain types of pop culture, you open some other doors up to learning new things. And I think it's good. I think COVID did something weird. It drove everybody home to join up with the bad stuff. Like, it gave them the perfect opportunity to start the machine of the scroll habit, and it really opened that up, because I mean, I had to work and everything became online, oh, drop out. What is it? Always pay for weed with cash. Ryan. Yeah, you never know when they're going to use it against you. Well, my doctors ask me questions now about anything. I don't tell them. I actually tell the doctors. I'm not telling you everything. I've had it used against me, especially for insurance purposes. This is ludicrous. Turn on, tune in, drop out. Tune in, turn on, drop out. I see. Yeah. Tune in, turn on, drop out. Timothy Leary. It felt peaceful to a certain degree because it seemed quiet. Leary. What? You got to party with him? Hey, Peter Benedetti in the house. One of my favorite artists in the world's in the house. I love it. A cashless society leads to social credit scores and an overall crackdown on your... Yes. Yes, I agree. Anonymous buying is like, really, it's so frightening. I can't even believe. I've done events. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this up. About a year and a half ago, I got hired to do a Bitcoin event where they had fake money and people were encouraged to crumble it and throw it on the floor at the party. Now, our money is also fake, our cash, but it's still anonymous. By my definition of what? You got to say what you're talking about, because there's been 50 posts in between, and my definition of what word, and I'll define it. Oh, wow, Melissa, I'll raise a glass to you. You worked in a grocery store during the pandemic. I love that they were like, everybody has to stay home, but you can all go to one place, the grocery store. If they would have just left everything open, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have been as bad. No. The closing the whole world for something that kills less than 1% of the population is absolutely shocking. We had a flu in 2016 that took out quite a bit of people that they didn't even discuss closing for a day, let alone for 2 years. I mean, really, I really can't even... I stutter when I think about the whole closing everything. No, I'm going to be honest. The pandemic really, I took a hit from it. A big one. And I'll never forgive or forget some of the things that went down during it. Never, never, never. Some of the decisions that were made. No forgiveness. I will alleviate everything by doing my hand stunt again. Let me see something here. If I turn this off, ooh, it's a little darker. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh. That was a hot one. Here we go. Drum roll. Okay. No. No, I can't do it. There we go. That was a hot one. What a fun trick. Don't try that at home. Elderly people. Wow. They were arresting old people? Oh my God. Have you ever started snow on fire with a... No. What is that? Tell me. I've never tried it. Is it a trick? Tell me, I'll do it. That's sad. Dude, they tried, okay, I was sitting on the beach with, I don't know, 5, 6 people. And this is like in the beginning. And there's a photo in the Queen's Chronicle of the cops coming over to tell us to do the 6 feet apart thing on the beach. And I was like, you're going to have to arrest me. Like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. They left. They didn't bother us. Jason, I don't have my Zippo here. I don't know where it is. I lost it the other day. So, they also tried to stop us from surfing. That didn't work. The stupid Californians fell for it, though. They actually obeyed. We did not. We did not. They closed the beach with a fence, and one of our warriors cut it. And then they put another fence, and then they cut that, and they put a gate and a lock, and we just keep cutting the gate. They tried to, I'm trying to think. I mean, I saw some really, did anybody see the COVID police? In New York City, they had COVID police. They also hired people that had quotas that would call you on the phone if you were diagnosed with COVID for tracking purposes. And I have some messages I saved of some of the messages they were leaving me because I wasn't responding. And it was getting weird. And I didn't realize that they had quotas. And that's why they were getting upset. But we had COVID cops they would come to venues. If they heard a venue wasn't behaving, they would come and film you. And they were they were just like hired people to do it. It was really weird. It was really weird. It had a feeling to it that I don't even know how to put words on it. If you started to question it, people would get really like aggro. And so that's where I checked out. When I saw that, I was like, wow. It reminded me of some WW2 stuff, you know? Like, it was like, oh my God, we can't even mention it. People are turned to 11 on this. So, no forgiveness. Hold the lighter next to the slow. Let the gas out. What? Oh my God. Is this because the cold air kind of pulls the gas low? I can't wait to try it. Now I get how it works. If the ice is cold and you do the gas over it, it's gonna lay low. Wow, bravo. I won't forget that. Thank you. Did you ever try the orange peel trick? Oh my God, I have an orange peel. I don't know if this orange peel will work. It's kind of old and soft. Orange peel trick is this. The citrus is flammable. Here, I'll try it. What is it? If it weren't for the pandemic, would you have this show? No, of course not. Oh, this isn't going to work. No way. It has to be new, the peel. I'll show you how to do it the next time you get it. Try it. You light a lighter, a candle, and you take an orange peel, and you bend it backwards, and when you squeeze, you will see mist squirt off the peel. It'll go, it's a little light mist. When you do it on a lighter, it's flammable. Yeah, it's the citrus. I guess it's slightly flammable. We had an employee who tested positive. We all had to show up to, so we all had to show up for work. People had hazmat suits. Oh my God. Listen, I knew people that years later, were still being tested all day so much they were getting nosebleeds. I did magic shows for the people, the test companies. Yeah, I got hired by a testing company. What did they call you? What is this? I think I have a yes. You need a thicker peel. Yeah. It needs to be a very thick new peel. And when you bend it backwards, it makes like mist. Yes, it's orange zest. Yeah. Why did they call you? Oh, yes, I got diagnosed with COVID. And I went through a drive-through. I forget. I had to do it for a job I got. And I did the home test. Right, I did the thing. And once they were like, oh, you have it. They were. I got put on a list of calls where they were calling me. And I wasn't responding. I didn't want to respond. And because I was better. I was fine. I mean, I wasn't even. Yeah. It was a non-issue. And so they were like, if you don't respond, we're like going to show up at your house kind of stuff. It got really creepy. I was like, wait, what? Where is this coming from? Like, huh? All I know is our lawyer told us that none of the mandates were real. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Party on, Wayne. Do this. You'll win. None of them are based on anything. They're making it up as they go along, willy-nilly, hail and kill, might is right, will to power. At the end of the day, that's what was going on. They didn't want people to know that. They don't want people to know. If you got fired for refusing medicines, you're going to make a lot of money. And they don't put it in the newspaper because they're all making money now. So, I don't know. It's really creepy. This video is probably just us talking about it this much will get flagged. Yeah, it's a big one. It's not good. Notice no one's talking about finding the source so that it don't happen again. No, I don't hear that. No. No one mentions the man-made part. They like to leave that out now. I like to lead with that over and over again. Don't forget, man-made. How dare you? Changes the whole thing. Changes the whole concept for me. It's very different. Wow. I'm going to go eat. Any sardine lovers? There's an excellent show on the Tubes called, I believe it's called Canned Fish Files. It's a man who reviews canned fish. I highly recommend it. It's fun. You learn a lot about the business of canned fish, and he, it's a little ASMR where he's eating it and tasting it and telling you what it is, but it's all on canned fish, and I am a canned fish advocate. Oh, by the way, everybody that likes to avoid plastic, because I've lived with people and dated people that didn't like plastic. I've heard cans are plastic. If you drink out of a can, anything, you're drinking out of plastic. All cans are coated now. They have a film, a microfilm of plastic. Heather watches that canned fish show. Are you kidding me? Well, cheers to her. Next time we hang out, we have a lot to talk about. And we do need to hang out soon. I need to pay you a visit. And you are welcome to visit me. Oh, you do too, Ruth? Good. I like more than a sardine. I like can upon can upon can. I eat about 4 cans a week, approximately. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but around 4. That's cool that she digs it. Mr. Christopher, you don't like canned fish? I don't remember you saying you did. Most people don't. It's not popular with... Thank you, Ruth, very much. It's not that popular. I get it. It's, some people grow up with it, some don't. My grandparents ate it a lot, and so that's where I learned it. My mom doesn't eat them. She's watching. She doesn't like fish. Her parents did. Portugal, fish capital. Big one. Big one. Especially sardines. Oh, yeah, you're not a fish guy. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of friends that hate fish. I mean, you say, what's your favorite food at McDonald's? I mean, look. Filet of fish, baby. I'm a major filet of fish guy. I get the double. I mean, I'm that in. Actually, God, I would love to go get a double. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not doing it. Wow. Oh, movie. Ryan Kruger, who made Fried Barry the trailer. Street Trash. Huh. I'm going to go look that up immediately. Oh, yeah. Portugal is beautiful. I've been there once. I went to Lisbon to play a show. I got to do a rock show there. Dude, Portugal is... It's got... I mean, Lisbon was beautiful. It had a rustic kind of village feel. And I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. And the people were really... Spain, too, I'll say. People like to party. They like to stay up late. They like to enjoy life. They like to stay out all night. It's a different scene. I really enjoy it. People like to hang outside and drink, and it's beautiful. I think my next vacation, and I don't take vacations. I'm not a vacation person. It's not that I don't, I mean, I have to have a specific reason. I have recently wanted to go on a fish-eating vacation to Holland. And I've never been to Amsterdam. I love cannabis and I love fish. And they have a season there where they eat herring fresh. So I'm going to go eat herring and smoke hash. So my son has done this already and he said it's fantastic. So I think that's my next trip. I don't know when that will be. Oh, there you go. Charlemagne and Ruth can party in Portugal. What city are you in, Charlemagne? Are you in Lisbon? Muito obrigado for watching my show. Oh, I love it. See? We got a great chat group in here. I really mean that when I say it. I'm not just saying it as a stupid YouTube host. I mean, we have really smart, interesting, curious, thoughtful people that come in here and support the cause. And they stimulate me, and I hope I'm stimulating y'all for... that's it. That's all I'm here for. You go look up stuff when I'm done. I did my job. Okay, you're near Lisbon. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's beautiful. Oh, here we go. Ruth's like, can I stay with you? Let's party. Yeah, there you go. I love Ruth's just straight upness. So cool. Yeah, Jason, party on. Listen, folks, watching the show, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please hit the notify. It really helps. My algorithm has gotten better, sort of, in the last few years. The donations are cool. They come in infrequently, which is totally fine. I get it. We're all broke. But if you do, hey, I work as a performer, so it's cool. I don't mind asking, and when I get them, I'm happy. So, yeah, dude. And Melissa, thank you. Charlemagne, thank you. Ah, he lives with his parents. That's cool. Living with your parents in New York City is very common. It is. It's not weird. In some places it is, but here it is. Aw, dang. Oh, you'll love it, Ruth. You really will. It's cool. It's got a neat vibe. I'm out. I'm going to go make dinner. Thank you for coming to this show. And stay in touch. Follow me on Instagram. I'm playing a Ramones show November 2nd at the Meadows in Brooklyn. And it's a fundraiser for a music program. So that is a Ramones live show. I think it starts at 7. We're on at 8:30 or something. 8. What else? That's it. Have a great Halloween. Party on. Enjoy life. And I'll see you maybe not next week. I got to see. I'm going to take us out with the end credits, and maybe something fun.
I don't think he truly understands yet what this means.